All right, everybody, it's a broadcast of the Ebony Star Network, sponsored by the E Nation. It's Dame in the Black Knight. We're going to be talking about unity this morning. Somebody challenged me last night and said that I don't have the kind of unity that it would take to recreate Black Wall Street. I'm kind of wondering if any of us have that kind of unity. I guess unity is a thing of the past because the Black people back then was much different than the Black people today. I guess we can discuss the differences. It's the Black Knight and the Lady Dame coming at you right now. All right, Dame, let it go. All right. It's Dame in the Black Knight. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Very interesting thing. People keep talking about unity, but I don't even know if they understand what unity means. And it seemed to be that there's so much hatred amongst Black people. To have the word unity come out of some of your mouths is really astonishing, but we'll get to that in a minute. But before I get started, let me say hello to my super co-host, my partner in crime, the Lady Knight herself, Miss Dame Frankie. What's going on, Dame?
Hey, what's up this morning?
Well, you know, there's a lot of funny things going on. It's just that I keep running into people who don't have anything to offer, but keep challenging other people to produce something, which I just don't understand. You don't have anything to offer. You don't produce anything. You troll around, but yet you think that you can demand something of someone else. I don't understand that logic.
Hmm.
Okay, this is the part where you say something.
Well, sometimes uh, we demand something from people. I think it is to shut them up. You know, if they are they asking, are they telling us stuff we don't want to hear? So we demand things from, okay, to shut them up. And I think that's what was going on.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be working against what they said? Like, they say, well, you don't have the unity it takes to build a Black Wall Street. So if I did have the unity it took to build Black Wall Street, you would just say that just to stop me from doing it? I mean,
Um,
I don't understand. Like, some of these people, black people have a lot of problems. We have a lot of problems. And but we're gonna talk about what it takes to build a Wall Street, a Black Wall Street. Okay, let's get on into it. You ready, Dane?
ready?
All right. Well, last night I was on that Lunatics channel, RBR. All right, and a particular person that used to be over here, who is now over there wearing his red dress, is Kendall Rowland. He's in a full red dress over there, he's red pill. He told me that I don't have the kind of unity, nor do I have the kind of, um, nor am I for the kind of unity it would take to build a Black Wall Street. Well, I'm sick and tired of black people referencing all of these historical moments from the past. We don't live in the past anymore. This is 2022. I mean, Black Wall Street was what, back in 1921 or something like that? I mean,
Mm.
we're in 2022. I don't hear anybody having the unity to do anything today. And the thing about it is, we say peace, power, and unity here on the Every Star Network, right? So what do we
Right.
mean when we say peace, power, unity? Peace as far as your life, your family, having peace in your life, right? Power,
Mhm.
hoping you have the power to promote peace, right? And the unity, hope that you are unified in your peace and your power to promote both. That's what we mean when we say peace, power, and unity, right?
Mhm.
Whatever you do, you need power to carry it forward. Power could be in the form of, a willpower, want to, determination. It could be in the form of money. It could be something tangible. But it seems like it's always people who don't want to or don't produce anything. Always have the loudest mouths and always want to shout people down who have the guts to try to do something. I mean, we got to change that. Stuff like that pisses me off because you don't offer anything. You don't offer anything. And a lot of people get up here with this fake knowledge. People talk about white people being created by an angry black man with two brains who hated his own race. So he hated his own race so bad that he created white people, okay, to destroy his own race. And these are the same people that turn around and say, you don't have the unity it would take to create a Black Wall Street. Well, let's talk about the black people that created Black Wall Street. First of all, those were a different kind of black people, Dan.
Right.
That was a whole different era, a whole different time. They was faced with something completely different that we're not faced with today. And back then they had families. Their families were strong back then.
Mm-hmm.
See, people underestimate how strong and how powerful a family base is. See, when you have a family base and you have a family where everybody is working together and understand what's going on, man, you can produce some incredible things. And back then, they had a collective mentality of success. They all wanted to succeed. Because think about where they came from, right? Not far removed from slavery. So when you remove from something like that, it's almost automatic that you want something better. It's almost automatic that you are determined and driven to create something better and want something better. So they was faced with completely different, a completely different time than we are today, and they were motivated. Their unity almost came at a default because of what they dealt with and where they can now. Let's just say we came out of slavery 20 years ago. We would probably be the same way. We would probably be united because going through something as terrible as slavery and getting out of slavery and never wanting to go back into slavery, knowing what it's like not to have anything or have everything taken away from you, and then wanting to have something for yourself, the burning desire on the inside to have something, it's almost like an automatic thought for everyone who was involved. Don't you think?
Yeah. 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 It was an automatic thought, and they had a unity. They knew there was no way that they could work with white people, nor did they want to, especially coming out of slavery. Quite a few slaves didn't want to have nothing to do with. The only people they trust was their family, people like them.
Well,
You know. Mm-hmm.
Peter G says having knowledge of history is a plus for intellect. It is, right? But here's my thing. I keep hearing about all of this so-called knowledge, right? How come it doesn't really apply to anything today? Has anybody, I don't know if anybody's paying attention. We are in last place. Everybody is ahead of us. So all of this knowledge we have, all of this intellect we have, all of this higher state of consciousness we have, how is it working out for us? You got some lunatic on the channel talking about we need to be educated. Well, many of us are educated. How is that working out for us?
Mm-hmm.
You got some other dude talking about we need to reach a higher state of consciousness. Well, some of us are trying to reach the higher state of consciousness. He reached the higher state of consciousness. How is that working out for us? We still haven't moved the needle anywhere. And we're still fighting amongst ourselves. We're still creating scams to, play on each other. Do you know black people play scams on each other more than anybody else in this country?
Mm-hmm.
How is that for a statistic? If we was one of these days, I'm going to create a show called Crazy Statistics. Right? We're going to look up some wild and crazy statistics. Black people play more scams on each other than any other race of people in this country. We just scam the hell out of it. We exploit the hell out of each other in a negative way all the time. We have an entire conscious community. They're nothing but scammers. And then on top of that, right, we have black people who, one of our biggest problems is that we defend losers. Dane? We defend losers. We justify losers. We are used to losing. So whenever we see a black person losing, we tend to justify the losing and say, well, you know what? It's okay to lose. And then we say, well, this person is exploiting black people in a negative way. Well, it's not really that. That's just your imagination. maybe it's no different than Housewives of Atlanta. They're just providing entertainment. Well, I don't know if you're providing entertainment when you say that you're a teacher and you said that you were here to teach the people. I've heard so-called scholars come out of the conscious community, and it almost seems like some kind of novelty act or some kind of delusion that they just don't understand or aren't aware of. When you go into the conscious community, everybody talking about their teachers and stuff like that, but they're not teaching us anything that we can benefit from. I don't care anything about any coffin texts. Shaka Amos says that he is one of the most premier teachers in the conscious community. A man that sounds like Magilla Gorilla and has a serious speech impediment. All right? But he's a teacher. Now, when you talk to these guys and you question these guys, they're really smart and very, very studious about Egyptian history. I mean, some are so far into it that they start to wear the regalia of the old Egyptian pharaohs, even at the expense of questioning their own sexuality. If you don't believe me, hey, Dan, can you throw up that picture of Shaka Amos? Okay, while I'm talking. Mm-hmm. Right, and so we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about to the point where you're questioning your own sexuality. Now, when you come down to what's going on today, now look at this. This is a man in the dress, trying so hard to, recapture the sartorial expression of the Egyptian pharaohs, even to the point of questioning his own sexuality. See, they're well versed in this kind of knowledge that doesn't help us at all. I mean, you can't go to these guys and have conversations about what are we going to do to fix who we are today? How are we going to get our kids turned around? Dr. Umar Johnson keeps hollering about the school to prison pipeline. What are we doing about that? What are we doing about our kids being shot up with Ritalin and stuff like that? What are we doing about the things that are affecting us today? These guys don't have those conversations. They want to tell you about what happened in Egypt and the Nile and, even make terrible songs about Egypt being a black land. I mean, this guy has one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. And it's one of the worst renditions of a song that has ever been performed that I've ever had the displeasure of listening to in all the days I've been on this earth. Okay? So you're talking about a serious amount of delusion in a conscious community. You understand what I mean? And so when you have factions like the conscious community, when you have factions like the red pill, blue pill, black pill, the manosphere, the Moors, the Muslims, the Hebrew Mizraelites, the SYSBM, how can you hope to have any kind of unity with all of those factions, with all of those ideologies going in different directions that have absolutely nothing to do with black advancement or black excellence? How do you even hope to have a smidgen of unity? Dame? Apparently my co-host thinks that she's supposed to go play hide and seek while we're doing the show live.
No. I wasn't playing hide and go seek. I was just trying to keep my background noise down. Yeah, so as I was saying, okay, how we're going to have unity? We got to learn to put the little things that we disagree about on the side, and focus on the bigger picture. Right now, we all have different pictures, and we think our way is the only way. We need
Now
to.
you would be
Hmm.
right now. You would be a fool to utter the word unity when your people are so divided. First of all, before we even talk about unity, how are you going to get your people on the same page? I just rambled off a bunch of factions that are all black
Hmm.
that don't have any interest in being black. They all want to be something else other than black people. So how are we going to recreate the unity that it took to create Black Wall Street? Now remember, those black people, what they came out of, unity was almost actually unity was basically a default mentality. You're talking about people that weren't far removed from slavery, who had the incredible determination to want something better for themselves. Not so today. There are too many clowns and too many people looking to make a name for themselves for selfish reasons and personal financial reasons rather than for any kind of collective advancement. The black people back then had a collective mindset. That's why they were able to achieve what they achieved. The black people today don't have a collective mindset. What are you even talking about? We got too many people walking around here wanting to be things that are usually found in fanciful stories. You know, and it's gotten so bad that people are starting to adorn costumes to try to make their fantasy seem realistic, and that your perception of it as a fantasy is really a misnomer in your mind, right?
All right.
We got people walking around here with the Alibaba turbans, talking about they're looking for a higher state of consciousness. These people are playing around with reality as far as psychological is concerned. We got people talking about they're going their own way and want to divest and don't want to be around black people, don't want to be around black women or black men. How the hell are you talking about unity? It's almost as if a blind person doesn't know he or she is blind. You know, and to say, shout out to Conscious and what up, bro, Rob? I'm just looking at the chat. What up, bro, Rob? What's going on, Chi-Town? And to sit up here and say, I'm not for that kind of unity. Where do you see that kind of unity taking place today? See, we look at black people today and we try to act like we don't see what we really see. We try to pretend that we don't see what we're looking at. That black people are in shambles right now, really don't know which way is up and can't get out of their own way and always breaking down into a tailspin. Again, we have nothing but factions with different ideologies. We even got people who have their own idea of what their nationality is, even though they were born black. Now they want some, I don't want to be black, I want to be an Asian, I want to be quasi-white, I want to be, part Ukraine or whatever, I don't know. So unity is an amazing thought. I'm not saying we should never strive for unity, but you have got to be kidding when you say it so loosely as if it can happen in an instant. Well, exactly, bro, Rob. We can't do that. We can't stick nothing, basically because we got too many people who want to be intellectuals. They want to be high psychological revolutionaries. You know, they want to be the guy. Remember the movie? Demolition Man. They remember Demolition Man.
Yes, I remember Demolition Man.
Remember when he woke up? Okay, there was a new world, pretty much, and there
Yeah.
was a white man. There was a white man that everybody looked up to that said he was the father of their way of life,
Mm-hmm.
and they had that saying, "Be well." Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, we have too many black people wanting to be just like that. They want to be the father or the mother of a different way of life here for black people in America, but don't really know how to go about it. You know, and then they want to be very, very selfish in their ways and their beliefs. So if you want unity, you have to become extremely unselfish. See, people don't even know the building blocks of unity, but yet you're saying that somebody don't want to unify. Well, you don't understand unity yourself. You got to be selfless if you wanted to achieve unity. Unity isn't about being selfish. It isn't about taking your marbles and going home. It isn't about you. It isn't about everything about you. It's a powerful, powerful collective of emotions and thoughts and work. Unity also takes physical work. You don't just say, I'm going to unify or I'm unified with you and stand still or sit still. You have to put the work in to bring the unity into fruition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it just really, kills me when people try to take shots at you and say, well, you don't stand for the kind of unity it would take to build a Black Wall Street. Well, neither do you. And neither do black people. Where do you see black people today exhibiting the kind of unity it would take to build a Black Wall Street? I don't see that anywhere. Where's that at? Have you seen it? If you've seen it, let me know. I haven't seen it. Is somebody in the chat? Can if y'all seen black people exhibiting or emanating the kind of unity that it would take to recreate a Black Wall Street, please show me who these people are, because I haven't seen that. I see something entirely different. And people, for the sake of argument, we've been reduced to a people that are more interested in arguing and disparaging each other and embarrassing each other intellectually, which is pretty much a psychological teardown from within. So now we are attacking each other's mind and each other's psyche. You know, we've had enough of blowing each other's brains out. Now we're trying to destroy each other's brains from within. We're trying to make you feel really bad about yourself so you can go and kill yourself. Trying to cause each other serious emotional pain. Right? That's what it's all about now. Oh, you dumb, you stupid, you're unintelligent, because I can recite information that I just studied last night. I can go pick up a book and read a couple of pages and come back and say, and ask you questions about it that you can't really answer because you haven't read the same book. And because you can't answer those questions, I'm now going to attack you psychologically and hurt you emotionally by calling you dumb, stupid, and whatever. That's what we're pretty much on now. And now it's gotten to the point now to where we're fighting each other in a very vicious fashion. All for the sake of intellect, right? All for the sake of one being smarter than the other. Like last night, I was on RBR's channel. He's gotten to the point to where if you try to make a better argument than him, he go insane. He'll go berserk. That's how much his argument means. Okay, then you can get that off the screen. You get that fool off the screen. Okay, but that's supposed to be what you see on the screen. That's a black man in a dress who's supposed to be a teacher to black people. Now, hold on 1 second. Mothers, would you send your child to school to be taught by this guy? I wouldn't. What is he going to teach them? How to be confused? See, we have to be careful of where we're sending our children. Okay, get them off the screen there. We got to be careful of where we're getting sending our children. Okay, Dane. Let's get into this unity thing.
Right.
Where do you see black people exhibiting the kind of unity it would take to reproduce the Black Wall Street? I haven't seen it. I don't see it. Okay, so let me know what you see.
Well, I don't see. To be honest, I don't really see the unity. We divided into too many fractions.
And then let me tell y'all something. They didn't build Black Wall Street overnight. No. Black Wall Street was built over a period of time.
Yeah.
Many of y'all think that, a whole bunch of black people just showed up and built a black town and boom, voila. It was built up over some of those businesses, those black businesses was there for several years, 10, 15 years. Okay, what they did was they just started commandeering land and starting businesses and started getting, started growing black businesses. That's how they turned it into a Black Wall Street. But where do you even see black people doing that? Where are black people going into a town, they start commandeering properties, commandeering buildings, okay? We always want to do it the hard way. We want to do it from the ground up. Well, that's not always the smart way to do it. Sometimes you want to get businesses that are already there that's going out of businesses so you can get into business quickly and start making money. Chinese people do it all the time. They don't build Chinese restaurants from the ground up. Where have you seen them building a Chinese restaurant at? I've never seen Chinese people build a Chinese restaurant.
No.
What they do is they find these old restaurants that are out of business for sale or some laundromat or whatever. They find a building that got some stuff in it that they can work with.
Yeah.
And then they go in and they set up. They don't build Chinese restaurants from the ground up. Go ahead, Dan.
No, they do not. I ain't seen it yet.
No.
The most I've seen is they take the old restaurant and they remodel it. Update some things on it.
And then my issue is that when you talk about unity, people who usually talk about it either don't know what it is or they're not practicing it themselves. Again, I don't see. Okay, you can't say anything realistic about black people. When you start talking about realistic things about black people, it's, oh brother, you hate black people, you against black people, you don't want to see black people do any better. Man, where we get this kind of feeble-minded mentality from? We used to be a very, very strong people mentally. I remember growing up in the 70s, black people were strong, man. Mentally and emotionally, were strong people. Now today, you can't say nothing about black people without somebody either losing it, falling apart, breaking down, or going berserk on you. I'm starting to run into black people you can't even give a compliment to. I mean, if you give them a compliment, it's like an act of war. It's like an act of aggression against them. You know?
It's the lack of trust, I guess.
A trust about what?
Well, either they've been hurt or they waiting for
Look, let me tell you something.
hmm
Hurt is a part of life. Okay, you got to get over it. We got to stop this stuff, man. About, oh, I've been hurt. A lot of people have been hurt. There are people who are still hurt. And there are people, man, who have endured incredible tragedies in their life, and they're walking around here with pain that's never going to go away. But they're doing their best to make sure that that pain don't consume, stop them being the best person that they possibly can be. And that's all you can do.
Okay, your
Instead of being
volume
talking
lower.
about something, well, I've been hurt, so let me stop living. That's why you don't have anything now, because you stopped living. You're afraid of every goddamn thing. Like, you take RBR for example. Imagine if we all was like him, right? Imagine if you went to the bathroom day, right? You decided to do a number two, right? The toilet bowl blew up. Now you made that of there, right? But the toilet bowl blew up. Now, according to him, you can no longer go to a bathroom by yourself because the toilet bowl might blow up. So now you're going to have to go to the bathroom probably by somebody. And, oh, I'm working.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be working. Okay?
You digitizing. All right. Yeah. Yeah. We all been hurt. Um, but you can't let that stop you from trusting and trying again. So yeah. So everybody's been hurt. Even ancestors came from a place of hurt. Um, but they trust each other, you know, until there was a reason, you know, and that's what a lot of the unity comes to amount of trust. Sometimes it start off small, you know, within the family, you know, y'all build together, and then y'all see somebody else that's also trying to build, and since you what it is that right now we keep looking outside of our people,
Yeah,
and not quite there. Try again.
my boy, I should be bugging my
Yeah, I'm afraid you still are. It's
how
not
am I
bad. It's
bugging?
not bad.
Shouldn't be bugging.
Okay, you better.
Shouldn't be bugging at all.
Okay, you clear. You clear.
Hmm.
I don't know. It could be some kind of interference somewhere.
Probably.
Hmm.
But like I was saying, right? So, we can't just always say that, well, because we're hurt, we're not going to live our lives or do anything that's going to progress. And again, the kind of unity it would take to build the Black Wall Street is something that we're not capable of right now. I don't see that happening anywhere. As a matter of fact, I see things getting worse for Black people. And when you say that, people accuse you of being a pessimist or say that there's something wrong with you because you're stating a reality. If we don't understand the reality, how are we ever going to change ourselves? But I don't see any of this unity. Okay, so I was asking you that question, Dane. Do you see it?
No, no. Unfortunately, I don't see it. It's not even in the small pockets of family. Or I trust. These people because they're my family. That is not even happening.
I mean, most Black people can't even agree to go to a restaurant and order something off the menu without some kind of drama involved? How are we going to achieve the kind of unity that it would take to build a Black Wall Street? Again, you're talking about a people that were not far removed from slavery, that had a mentality to want better, to want something out of life. They wanted better for their children. They wanted better for themselves. The Black men wanted to give their families something. They wanted to leave some wealth behind for their families. They wanted to build a legacy. Man, the Black men today ain't trying to do none of that shit. We got fools walking around here talking about pumping and dumping. We got other fools sitting on panels arguing and fighting about the age of consent laws and wanting to have sex with a girl as young as possible. And we got other fools running around here stuck in some kind of 5%, conscious community, higher conscious way of thinking, that when you put all that together and it comes out in words, it sounds weird and crazy. Like, well, hey, how did white people get here? Well, an evil Black man who had two brains that came from another planet hated his Black race so badly that he created the white man here on Earth to get back at his own race. See, that's what all that shit sound like. What else does it sound like? It sounds like, well, we've always existed before existence itself. Now, what does that even mean? How does somebody tell you that we existed before existence, but can't tell you where that is?
Wow.
How do you, Dane, how do you exist before existence?
I have no idea.
And if you're existing before existence, are you even a human? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, the things I've heard these people say, it's the kind of stuff that if you said it as a child, your mother would smack you across the mouth. You would get your tricycle taken away from you and put on punishment, won't be able to go outside for a week.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
I should think you're playing with her.
Well, a pragmatic approach is necessary, Rob, but these guys don't understand anything about that. Everybody wants to be some kind of superstar amongst the community, a community that's either being gentrified or it's become basically a local fish fry, where we're eating collard greens and cornbread, and the fried chicken and watermelon man is walking around. You understand what I'm saying? Think about it, Dame. You're sitting there and you're having the game of higher state of consciousness with your friends. Okay? You're playing the game of higher state of consciousness. Now, what kind of game is that? You could answer the question.
It sounds like a made up game.
Well, no, it's like, okay, Dame, so here's the game of higher state of consciousness, okay? It's, listen, I'm going to think something that's very, very high vibration. And you're going to try to think of something that's even a higher vibration than what I'm thinking. Now, we looked up the vibration, right? We know how to be, guys, we know how to be high vibrational now. All we have to do is be positive and smile and say good things, and we're vibrating high. If
Okay.
you say right, if you say bad things and angry things, you're vibrating low. So if you vibrate real high, you can have a conversation of a higher state of consciousness. Right, Dan?
Okay. I guess so, but it sounds like they doing the outward part of seeming to be high state of consciousness, but if their inward thought don't match the outward thought, it's gonna come out.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. So, say you're having a conversation with your friends, and y'all
Uh-huh.
really on that high vibrational, like high consciousness shit,
Uh-huh.
right?
Right.
Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you hear, fried chicken and watermelon and grape soda. I mean, what happens? I mean, are you interrupted now with your high state of consciousness because you want to eat some fried chicken?
No. No.
But listen, but wait a minute. You were doing the high state of consciousness thing with your friends, and then here
Mm-hmm.
comes the fried chicken and watermelon man, and he's cooking the chicken
Mm-hmm.
as he's walking down the street, and it smells good.
Right.
So what happens to the conversation of high state of consciousness? Do you start vibrating? Now, wait a minute. You either vibrate high or you vibrate low. Now, is there a mid vibration? Could you bring
Um,
the vibration down to a midpoint just so you can eat the fried chicken?
okay, yeah, but you don't have to go to midpoint to eat the fried chicken. If you're in a higher state of consciousness or you're high vibrating, you're still gonna be high vibrating. You're being hungry has nothing to do with your emotions. It's just you're hungry, and
Okay,
you're gonna
so
go. Uh
okay, so you're having a conversation and it's
huh.
high vibration.
Uh
And you say in the middle of the high vibration, oh, there go the fried chicken and watermelon man. Does your
hmm.
vibration comes down?
No, the
Okay, so
only
you're
way
still
your
high
vibration
vibrating.
can come down is somebody do something like, man, that's racist. Fried chicken
Okay,
and
well,
watermelon.
okay,
That's all.
so all right,
That'll
so
bring it down.
okay, so somebody takes a list. Like, what do you want? Okay, give me a chicken breast and a wing with some hot sauce, and give me a grape soda. Okay, here's $5. So you're high vibrating because now you are really fixed on how delicious that chicken is going to be, right? With the
Right.
hot sauce, and then he goes over there and comes back and says, "Hey, wait a minute, you don't have enough." Like, what are you talking about? Well, you gave me $5. A chicken breast sandwich with a wing with hot sauce and a grape soda costs $8. Okay, so does your vibration change now because you don't have enough money to get the chicken sandwich?
It might go down a little bit, but hey, you either try to go without the soda, you try to negotiate, but no, it's still okay. You're not exactly happy about it, but I don't think it goes down low. I just it might bring you down a little bit. The only
Hmm.
mhm. Okay,
All right,
okay.
so
It's not about feeling sad or bad. It's about feeling negative. Now, if you want to get into the fight or argument with the man about it,
well,
then
no,
you're going low vibration.
no,
You
I'm gonna
know?
have a problem because
Mhm.
I don't have enough money to get my chicken sandwich.
Well, when you try to negotiate to see, hey, if I let go of the soda, do I have enough for just a chicken sandwich? You know.
But I want to eat. But wait a minute, I want to drink the grape soda too.
Okay, you don't have enough.
Well, no, I'm gonna go
No,
to say, look, man, listen, man, I'm black, and I only got $5. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, what do you want me to do? I'm like, well, listen, man, give a brother a break. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give me a break, so now my vibration is going down. And I'm gonna come back and just say, damn, I can't get my chicken sandwich because the fried chicken and watermelon man won't give me a break because I'm black.
okay, wait. Wait, Okay.
And so, but
Would
wait a minute.
you,
So
if,
no,
if,
no, no,
if
no.
I'm
So
right
now,
there,
wait a
would you
minute.
just ask me, hey, dang, could you lend me $3 so I can get my sandwich with the soda? I'm a little short. I'll pay you back later.
But now he's leaving. He's going down the street, and now we hearing it fade away. Fried chicken and watermelon
If you can
and
still hear
grape
him,
soda.
if you can still hear him, he's not that far away. Not to mention, he got a fried chicken sandwich that he got to sell. He probably waiting to see if you could get $3 from me.
Hmm.
Not to mention, once he stays still long enough, a bunch of people might show up.
Well, I mean, you would think that he's selling fried chicken and watermelon. I don't understand what the grape soda is about, but but anyway, so okay. This is what you now. We also got a watermelon truck coming.
Okay.
Now, black people want to try to act like the watermelon man didn't come around the neighborhood.
I'm used to watermelon
When
man
I saw
coming
the
around the neighborhood.
watermelon man, my vibration went up because
Okay.
because we knew them watermelons were sweet.
Mm-hmm.
When the watermelon man came around with his beat down pickup truck with a little hay in there and some watermelons with flies all around them and whatnot, man, you didn't give a damn about them flies. You went and picked out your watermelon. You couldn't wait to get it in the house because it was sweet. He had
Mm-hmm.
the best watermelon going.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, I get you would be happy because hey, you got a nice juicy watermelon. Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking now,
Mm-hmm.
high vibration, does it lead to unity?
Okay. If you're willing to share, okay.
Wait a
No,
minute.
it's about
Can we get the fried chicken and watermelon man to work together with the watermelon man?
they probably are if
Can
the
we have it to the
watermelon man
unify?
came. If they probably are if the watermelon man came right behind the fried chicken man, they're
But
probably
the fried
working together.
but the fried chicken and watermelon man says he gets his watermelon for white folks.
Okay. Okay, wait. The fried chicken and what? Wait. Are we talking about the watermelon man and the fried chicken man as separate entities? Or are we talking about them as one person?
Separate entities who are looking to unify because they both black.
Okay. Okay. Well.
But wait a minute, we got a slight issue because the fried chicken and watermelon man, he don't fuss with the watermelon man. The fried chicken and watermelon man gets his money, gets his watermelon from white folks.
Okay.
And as a result, his watermelon isn't as sweet as the watermelon man. So we got to get them to the unify so that the fried chicken and watermelon man can get his watermelon from the watermelon man, who happens to be black.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So either.
Now, does it, okay, now, say they unify.
Okay.
Does the chant changes now?
Fried chicken and grape soda, and the watermelon man come right behind with watermelons. Get your watermelons with your fried chicken and grape soda.
All right, so okay, so let's try it. Fried chicken and grape soda.
Watermelons. Get your watermelons with your fried chicken and grape soda.
Wait a minute, how you gonna? You stole my vibration.
No, I didn't. I'm working with you.
No, I have a wait. Okay, wait a minute now.
Mm-hmm.
I have my vibration going with the fried chicken and grape soda. Then you were supposed to come back with your vibration on the watermelon. Then I'm supposed to come back with my vibration with the fried chicken and grape soda.
Okay, we could do that if you want. I don't
But
see
you stole
why.
my.
I didn't say your vibration.
All right, let's try it again.
Okay.
Fried chicken and grape soda.
Watermelon to go with your meal.
With the meal?
Hey, you didn't want me saying fried chicken and grape soda.
But he's not selling meals. It's just fried chicken and grape soda.
Okay. If we
But now
work
you
it
introduce.
together, if we work it together, don't matter. If I'm saying get your watermelon to go with your fried chicken and grape soda, that's us working together.
Okay, so that would be unity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that enough unity to build a Black Wall Street?
It could be the first step.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So the fried chicken and watermelon man. Okay, so the fried chicken and grape. No, okay, so now he got to change his name, right? So now he's fried chicken and grape soda man.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the watermelon man doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two black businesses. Right? All right,
Yeah.
so anyway, okay, and so
Or if the
we have.
watermelon man don't want to go out there, he could sell his watermelons to the fried chicken and grape soda man, and they still be working together. You know, he might sell his watermelons exclusively to the fried chicken man, um, or a percentage of his watermelons, and he do it on separate days from the fried chicken and watermelon man.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Now
That'll
what if
be a
somebody
certain amount of cooperation.
now what if somebody shows up with sweet potato pie?
Okay. And what they want to sell it with the fried chicken and watermelon man?
They want to unify.
They want to unify. Okay. Sounds like the beginnings of a restaurant. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. A black restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is what was found in Black Wall Street.
Uh-huh.
Again, it took them a little bit of time to create Black Wall Street, y'all. They didn't just park their tents overnight and voila, Black Wall Street was built. It took time. Okay, they didn't just do it overnight. It took a period of years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so I do believe that as Black people, we can achieve unity at some point, but right now, I don't see it happening. I don't see it. I see a lot of things not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see a fight. You know, right now it'd be more like, okay, the fried chicken and watermelon man is selling his stuff down the street, and here comes, I mean, the man who sells the fried chicken and watermelon selling his chicken with grape soda and watermelon down the street, and then here comes along the watermelon man who's selling his watermelon. So nobody's buying watermelon from the fried chicken man because the watermelon man watermelons are sweeter. Then there's a fight breaker like, hey man, you see me? I'm trying to sell fried chicken, grape soda, and watermelon, and here you come with the watermelon. You undercut you interfere
Well, then
with my
there go to
watermelons.
there go to unity.
There goes the unity.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So again, we need to have the kind of unity it would take to create or recreate a Black Wall Street. We don't have it. We don't have it because even the smallest things that occur in our community amongst Black people would stop us from doing it. The smallest things.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's the problem. We let the small things divide us up.
Well, I just don't see. My whole problem is that when we're challenging each other, whenever I get challenged, it's always in a negative way. People don't challenge me in a positive way. We don't challenge each other to try to improve each other, to try to enlighten each other. We challenge each other in a negative fashion as to tear each other down. You know, somebody wants to put an emotional scar on you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I think that's really messed up about us. That's something that we have to get out of, wanting to hurt other Black people. We have to get out of that.
Yeah, we definitely need to. So we gotten so combative for so long that we automatically take offense instead of hey, he could have, instead of seeing an opportunity, well, hey, let me see how much the watermelon man is selling his watermelon, and we can work something out.
Hmm.
Either we work in the same areas together, and he chop open watermelon when I stop to sell some chicken, and I recommend, hey, you want some watermelon with that chicken and grape soda? His are the best. Look at that watermelon. Look how juicy and red. And then, if some people come to the watermelon man first, said, yeah, got great watermelon. You know what? What would be even great if you have it with the chicken and the grape soda. But no, it immediately goes into combat mode. Hey, man, you cutting
And,
into my profits? Are you interfering? Are you messing with my stuff?
hmm.
And we had gotten combated first.
Well, like I said, it's never a challenge.
Hmm.
We don't challenge each other positively. It's always a negative challenge. It's always a challenge to try to, hurt each other or tear each other down. This is why I don't have any respect for a lot of black dudes, because it usually comes from black men. At least a black woman would try to work with you, hear you out, you know, ask you an honest question here and there. Okay? Black dudes just simply come at you, in a very negative fashion. And what's bothering me is that you don't have any production at all, but yet you want to come at somebody else. So you want to come after a black man that's actually working, that's actually doing something, rather than getting after these derelicts who ain't about shit. You know.
Hmm.
Hold on one
Yeah,
second there. Uh huh.
yeah. Not to mention, if you're already divisive, how are you gonna see the way you're gonna be unified? If you're divisive, okay, against black
Well,
women, you're gonna be missing opportunities that where you could work with them and um make some good points. If you in opposition of another black man because of religions, you're missing opportunities where y'all could work together. Stop being automatically on the offense, and see, okay, he's not taking my whole business. He just has watermelon, so he's had watermelon and he's following me around because he knows, hey, some people want fried chicken, grape soda, and watermelon. His is the best. Okay, so hey, if people want fried chicken, they're gonna be lured to, and all I gotta do is be right there, and I'll cut open one of my smaller watermelons and offer a little small sample to get them to buy the whole watermelon. Or
you know, so,
I could sell it into individual slices. Hey,
right.
you know.
But some people would say, well, fried chicken and watermelon is racist. No, it isn't.
Hmm.
White people eat
Yeah.
more fried chicken and watermelon than black people.
Yeah. So you're more than likely to find just as many
Matter
white
of fact,
people.
white people eat fried chicken and watermelon so much, they'll have us looking at them like, damn, y'all eat a lot of chicken and watermelon.
Yeah.
If you don't listen, go to your local chicken eatery, right? I'm gonna do an experiment. If you got white people living in your town, you got a couple of chicken joints, pay the manager to have a special, or wait till they have a special, and watch white folks show up, show out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All that nonsense with the chicken sandwich. I saw more white people. The Popeyes. They were being loaded down by white people. And they weren't buying in. They weren't buying just one or two chicken sandwiches. They were like like they were stocking up. I
I
was
couldn't
like,
even get. I remember one time I couldn't even get into a Bojangles because they had a special going on. Buy a couple pieces of chicken and get a whole meal free or something like that. Couldn't even get in there. And then they had a line outside all the way down the street. I couldn't even get in there.
oh yeah.
You know.
And then some white people think black people cooking is better, so they deliberately go to restaurants in black neighborhoods because they figure black neighborhood, black folks cooking, their cooking is better. Shoot. Uh-huh. So okay, so ignorant black folks gender warring online. Yeah. Good morning, truth is. Hey, hello, Kidoki.
Huh?
All right. So Yvette was saying the ignorant black folks gender warring online, and
Well,
I'm
I mean,
saying,
that's by design.
mhm.
That's by design, and you got too many black people participating in that nonsense. But again, what's even worse than that, right, is to tell black people that they don't have the unity that it takes to recreate a Black Wall Street. So that tells you where our mindset is. Our mindset is stuck in the past. It's stuck in the past. We do not live in the past. It's 2022, not 1921. 2022. We need to live in today's time.
Yeah, we shouldn't be thinking just in terms of Black Wall Street. Let's just think about let's get the foundation in place. The very basics. Might
You
have
know,
to start off.
it's kind of like Aubrey. It's like, okay, somebody gets stuck in a loop, right? And they're constantly saying the same thing over and over again. It's like, okay, if black people move somewhere by themselves and establish something by themselves, we're gonna get blown up. They're gonna drop bombs on us. Like RBR is terrified because you say they bombed Black Wall Street. Now I didn't know they bombed Black Wall Street. Me knowing what a bomb is, I didn't know they actually dropped a physical bomb on Wall Street, Black Wall Street. I know that they had turpentine balls like Molotov cocktails that they were throwing from planes and sticks of dynamite. But stick of dynamite really isn't a bomb. It's an explosive. That's why it's got like a wide, radius. That big one's 15 miles.
Okay.
Hold on one second. And what was that?
Hello.
Hold on one second there.
Okay.
No, that wasn't a bomb, Phoenix Gene. A bomb is much, much more powerful and would have did a ton of more devastation. A stick of dynamite only has a blast radius of 14 feet. Okay? That's it. It's not a bomb has a blast radius way, 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 way bigger than that. It would have done way more damage and devastation. And Molotov cocktails or turpentine balls, when you throw them and you light them up or whatever, and they fall and explode. Just because things explode, don't mean that they are bombs. Okay, your TV could explode. Is it a bomb? A generation can explode. A computer can explode. What you saying, Chad?
Okay. Let me see. No, let me see. She said no, it was bombs. Kev, saying the military dropped plenty of them a battery. But was that?
No, no, no.
But that
First of all,
was that Black
whoa, whoa,
Wall
whoa,
Street?
whoa, whoa.
Uh, uh,
Wait, wait,
uh,
wait. There were no military strikes on Black Wall Street. What the hell are y'all talking about?
I think they're confusing two historical things. Um, During World War II, wasn't there
They had private airfields. They had two private airfields nearby. I forgot. One of them was owned by I forgot the air company that owned it, but there were two private airfields next. But I think one had 24 planes or something like that, and I forgot the other one. Which was smaller than the other one. There was no military strikes on Black Wall Street. The hell are y'all talking about? Those planes was flown by private citizens, and they dropped turpentine balls. These little things that were soaked in turpentine, wrapped in cloth, and they were lit up, and they dropped them from the sky. And when you have something like that, that's volatile like that, it's going to explode. But because it explode doesn't mean it's a bomb. A lot of things explode. Your TV can explode.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Okay, a lighter. Let's see, a bat. Okay, wait. He's dropping a bit. Okay, first he said the military dropped plenty of them, and then he said a battery, and then he said a lighter, and that was U.S. military planes.
Those were private airplanes. Those were two private airports, airstrips next to Black Wall Street. That wasn't owned by the military or operated by the military, sir. The military did not have a hand in bombing Black Wall Street. I mean, we can look it up right now.
Okay.
I know damn military. What the hell y'all talking about? Wouldn't no military launching. Matter of fact, if the military is involved, there would have been real bombs dropped. Not Molotov cocktails or turpentine balls or sticks of dynamite. There would have been real physical bombs dropped with huge blast radiuses.
Okay. No, no. That was just Black Wall Street. The Tulsa race massacre took place on May. Was when mobs of white residents, some of whom had been deputized and given weapons by city officials, attacked black residencies and destroyed home and business in Greenwood
For the
District.
last time, a turpentine ball isn't a bomb. That's not a bomb. A stick of dynamite isn't a bomb. Dynamite is explosives. There's a difference between explosives and bombs.
Okay. This is the other Black Wall Street. Okay. All right.
Dynamite has an explosive radius of 14 feet. A bomb is a whole nother animal. Just because something explodes doesn't mean it's a bomb. A lot of things explode and they're not bomb. A generator will explode. Is that a bomb? If you do the right thing to a computer, it'll explode. Does that mean it's a bomb? A lot of things your car can explode. Does that mean it's a bomb? What do they categorize dynamite as? Explosives. It's an explosive. It's not a bomb. There was no military airstrikes on Black Wall Street. Whoever's telling you that is a goddamn prove that there was military airstrikes involved. Where is the article? Yes, there were two private airplane fields next to it. I think one was owned by the. Hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, Rodney. Anything that's dropped over 5,000 feet will explode. I know the difference between two. If it was a bomb, it's military. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but that wasn't what happened into uh Black Wall Street in Tulsa. Um, I know there was let's see what was going on. I'm trying to remember what town that was where the military dropped a bomb. Um, this black town uh that was building munitions or bombs during World War II or something like that. I'm trying to remember. Okay, a bomb would leave a cradle in the ground the size of a two-story building. No, that wasn't what happened. I mean, so Max was right. There was no bomb. They, they burned houses, yes, but the houses didn't burn because there was an explosion. I mean, because there was a bomb. They burned a house, or they threw a their version of what they call that a Molotov cocktail and burned the houses, whether it was with turpentine or liquor. So a bomb is anything that will leave a crater. Well, from what I seen the results, things were leveled, but they were not. There was no crater in the ground. Yes, stuff was on fire. Buildings were gone, but there was no crater. Let me see now. San Bernardino, California. Let's see what they were saying about that. Okay. Okay, there's another black grocery was also called Africa, and many black communities have been surnamed that as far as the city of San Bernardino, California, was a little African black community. Then there was Wall Street, Curtis Wall Street Carroll, who was a black man in prison on a life sentence who taught himself how to trade stock from prison phone and made himself a multimillionaire. But in an interview, he speaks of the inspiration of Black Wall Street. Okay, yeah, and from the pictures I'm seeing of there's devastation, but it was not craterly. It was fire, and people destroying black neighborhoods, black businesses. A bomb, a container filled with an explosive incendiary material, smoke, gas, or other destructive substance designed to explode on impact or when detonated. Okay, so a Molotov, by that definition, a Molotov cocktail is a bomb. Although sometimes the way they throw it, it just it's just an incinerator to start a fire. It don't really explode. It just has an accelerant in it. Um, and when it crashes onto the floor or the building, it immediately catch fire. Okay, y'all, Black Wall Street was not bombed. I keep saying that. Y'all confusing the histories. There was a history, but it was not a Black Wall Street. This was something else. This was munitions town. I guess you could say a factory town, but it was black. And during World War II, they were doing munitions, and a fight broke out, and the military got involved, and it got spread, and they were afraid it was going to go into the white communities, so they.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But that was not Black Wall Street.
Okay, we have an article that I just put in the chat. Then, if you could read it, go down to the part where it says fast approaching aerial planes. Now, you have to understand, okay, you're talking about people who were just removed from slavery. Okay, they hear explosives and things like that. They normally think bomb. They said nitroglycerin bombs. Those are sticks of dynamite. Okay, dynamite is an explosive, but it's not a bomb. Okay, and they drew turpentine balls. Okay, when you throw something from that high and it has impact, it can explode or blow open or whatever. And since they were turpentine, they were on fire. Okay, so that can explode. Okay, but this is not, then they had guys shooting from planes. Okay, but trust me, they weren't really bombed. Now, if you want to call that a bombing, I guess you can, if that's what you want to say. But it really wasn't a bombing, and the military was not involved. Had the military been involved, real serious bombs would have been dropped, and they would have blew that place off the mat. Okay? Nobody would have been playing around with sticks of dynamite. Okay? So, but, if you guys want to say it was bombed, okay, fine. Because there was some explosions. There was some explosives used. Dynamite is an explosive. Okay? It's not a bomb, but it is an explosive. Okay? So it does go boom. All right? And turpentine balls, when they're on fire and they hit with high impact, they can sound like a boom. So they felt that they were being bombed.
Okay. All right.
That's about weaker bombs. They weren't bombs at all. I mean, they were just explosions. Okay, which is going to happen when you go ahead, Dan.
Okay. All right. I was trying to jump in there, but jump around a little bit, but it was said that let me see. There's evidence of this from both the African American white community, but Greenwood was destroyed on the ground by a white mob. It was not destroyed from the air.
Right. Now scroll down to where they say aerial planes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the one was describing the fast approaching airplanes that came from private airstrip. These were not military planes, people.
All right.
I don't know who the hell said the military is involved, but go ahead.
Okay. So Mary E. Jones Parrish was a teacher and a journalist in Greenwood District who gathered photos and first-hand accounts of the massacre, including...
Okay, stop. Yvette, there were no military planes or government planes involved in the destruction of Black Wall Street. Why would the military be involved? Go ahead, play it. I'm sorry, go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Yeah. First-hand accounts of the massacre, including her own. In her Events of the Tulsa Disaster, self-published in 1922 and republished in 2021, she recalls seeing fast approaching aeroplanes and that more than a dozen aeroplanes went up and began to drop turpentine balls upon the Negro residents. One of the anonymous eyewitnesses she quotes said they saw a low-flying airplane that left the entire block a mass of flames. As they passed over the district, reporting for the Nation, Walter White wrote that 8 aeroplanes was employed to spy on the movements of the Negroes. According to some, were used in bombing the colors section. According to the 2001 Commission report, black newspapers were full of stories of turpentine or nitroglycerin bombs being dropped and men shooting from planes. Okay, Buck Colbert Franklin, a Tulsa attorney and the father of historian John Hope Franklin, also remembered turpentine balls falling from the sky. I could see the plane circling in midair. Franklin wrote in a 10-page manuscript on yellow legal paper that was discovered in 2015. They grew in numbers and hummed, darted, and dipped low. I could hear something like hail falling upon the top of my office building. The sidewalks were literally covered with burning turpentine balls. I knew all too well where they came from, and I knew all too well why every burning building first caught from the top. See, barbershop confession. An anecdote also emerged from other Tulsa communities.
All right, you ain't got to do all of that, okay?
Mm-hmm. But not one time did they say they were military planes.
No, there was no military. There really wasn't no bombing either. They just, that's the way they just going to describe it, because there were explosions, but there really was no real bombs used. Dynamite isn't a bomb. Now, dynamite can be made, a couple of sticks of dynamite can be made into a bomb, okay? Depending on how much dynamite you use, and you get a timer going off, and you actually got to build a bomb with dynamite. Okay, you can build a bomb with dynamite.
Okay. Oh,
okay,
here's something that they said that matched what you said. In 1921, Tulsa had 2 airfields. The larger of the 2 operated by Curtis Southwest Airplane Company.
Right, Curtis Southwest Airplane Company. That's it. That's a private airplane company. That's not the military.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It contained 2 steel hangars and 14 planes. The smaller fields housed just 1 plane. In her account of escaping the riot, Parrish referred to nearing the aviation fields, which would likely have been Curtis Southwest, according to the commission report. There she recalls seeing the planes out of their sheds, all in readiness to fly for flying, and these men with high-powered rifles getting into them.
Well, there you go.
At the time, the government didn't mandate registration of airplanes, so it's difficult to know their ownership. But the commission report suggested that more than likely owned by Curtis Southwest, the oil company, and individuals.
Exactly.
So that was not military.
Exactly. Even the fucking military gonna bomb? No, with no damn military.
They wouldn't have been using turpentine. They wouldn't have been using
No, they're gonna be military. They would have been using real bombs, and there would have been some serious devastation. Okay. Well, yeah, if you want to say that, I'm not saying you can't say it. I mean, because, if you want to say it was bombed because there was some explosions, okay, fine. If that's what you want to say.
No, the misconception was that it was a military bomb Tulsa. That was the misconception.
The military didn't bomb Tulsa, and Tulsa didn't really get bombed. Like I said, dropping sticks of dynamite to create explosions isn't bombing. I mean, a stick of dynamite isn't a bomb. A turpentine ball isn't a bomb. Just because they exploded on impact, okay, it doesn't mean that they're bombs. So whatever. I guess you can go back and forth. Some people are going to believe that they got bombed, and some people who know better are going to say different. You know, but unfortunately, but either way it go, we can all agree that it was fucked up and it should have never happened. That we can agree on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. We got to shut it down. I got to get to work. Okay, Dame. You want to say something before we get out of here?
Okay.
We'll continue. We'll probably get back to this discussion on our next Dame in the Black Knight, because we still got to talk about the unity thing and get back into this Tulsa, Oklahoma, because the whole thing was sparked by a conversation I was having last night, where somebody said something about I'm not for the kind of unity that it would take to create a Black Wall Street. Well, today most Black folks, are the same way. They're not for that kind of unity either. So, but Dame.
Okay. Well, yeah. We all acknowledge that there's no unity right now, and we need to, the question is, what does it take to create that unity? And there's still a lot we got to do to get to that level.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, y'all. Peace, power, unity. Okay. I'm not involved in the convoy, Phoenix Jean. I'm not involved in it. As a matter of fact, that's way up. That convoy is way up.
There's one in Canada.
Yeah, they up in Canada. I haven't even seen it on this. I haven't even seen it on our side yet. And I came all the way up 95. I still didn't see it. So I don't know where it's at in America. Okay, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, they said it was in DC,
but it's in DC.
But nobody showed up.
It's in DC now. Oh, that's what's going on in DC. That convoy is over there. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So, they just came late.
All right. Well, if I run into it, I'll keep y'all posted. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. Peace, power, and unity. Thanks for showing up. It's Dame in the Black Knight. We'll holler at y'all probably next Saturday. Look for Ladies' Night coming up tonight. They're going to be talking about what, Dame?
Okay, we're going to be talking about, let's talk about sex series. We're talking about, updating our game and some other stuff. What is the Kama Sutra about?
Interesting. All right, y'all. Well, I'll let y'all tonight on Ladies' Night. Peace, power, unity. Okay, Dane, drop that music. Get us out of here. See y'all.